Hello guys, we're gonna go over the plan for the week. We're gonna start with QQQ. Now, last week you guys can see here, we broke out of this resistance range, had a little run. So now that we're into this resistance, pulled back. Now we're here under 322. Okay, 322, which is this support, broke down, now is resistance. 322. So tomorrow, what you want to see tomorrow is 322 rejects. If 322 rejects, we're going to come down to 316.5. That's our next support. Below this support, we have, excuse me, below this support, we have 313. So we have 316, and then we come down to 313. Your lowest, which will probably be the bottom of the channel, is 311. 311, if it drops all the way down here, we're going to see if it bounces around this support. In case that this support does not bounce, this is our next big support below. Now, let's say this does break up in the pre-market. So it does come up here and holds above 322. If that does happen, then we will come and test 325.5. And then after 325.5, we can come test 327, 330 as our next resistance above, and then it'll be the top of the channel. So again, tomorrow your key level is 322. If we're above it, we can target this resistance and new high. If we reject 322, we can come down to 316.5 and 313, possibly even 310, which is the bottom of this shaded area. Also, bottom of the channel. That's our support to watch. This is our resistance to watch. That's QQQ. Now let's go to SPY. Now notice on SPY how we are here in this channel. Okay, so we come here and then now we're holding, try to break up. We're back, came back below resistance, and now we're trying here again to hold above this resistance, which now is support. As long as it stays above this support 412, buyers will try to bring it up to 416 again. If buyers can hold the 412 support, they can bring it up to the 416 and possibly even 418, 420. They're going to try to bring it up as close as they can to this top channel. That's only if we are able to clear this resistance, 413. We clear 413, we hold above 412. This is SPY. Now, if we reject pre-market, we come into here, 413, 414, into this level, just into this area, and we reject and break below 412, then we can come down to 409 and 405. This area down here, that's your next support. If we happen to reject here, rejects here at 414, we can come back down to this support below. That's what you want to watch for. Now, this support right here, which is a 407, that's a big support. If buyers cannot defend this support, we will drop to our new support below here. So if buyers don't come in to defend this zone, this is what can happen. Let's say we're rejecting the pre-market, we come down, and then we'll work our way to the bottom, which is our new support. That's assuming we cannot clear 414. Okay, if we do clear 414, then you would expect something like this to happen and then work its way to this top channel. That's if we were to clear it. That's for SPY. Let's go to Apple. Now Apple has been the indicator as of right now, so let me zoom out so you can see the pattern that we have been forming. So here we connect our highs, right, from right here, and then we have our lows. So we are kind of trading within this wedge, this kind of channel right here, right? So if I were to draw a line here to connect these highs, then this is what I'm going to be watching for going into tomorrow. If tomorrow we cannot get above this white line and it rejects, we're going to come down to this area, which is 160, 159. If this does not hold, if it does not hold, we will drop to our new support down here. This is for Apple. So if we drop here, we come back up and 162 rejects, it will break down to our new support. So tomorrow, if the pre-market we cannot clear this white line, you can expect price to start working its way down. If tomorrow in the pre-market we gap above into this 166 area, then you want to watch this high right here, which is the 167.25. If we're able to clear and gap into this area right here, watch this high, because if it clears this high, then we can come into this zone up here, 170, 171, possibly even 172. That's how, depending how strong the buyers come in, if they come in tomorrow. So your key level tomorrow is, if you see here, is 166. Above, you go long. Below, it's a good short, because if it breaks above, it's going to try to work its way to this trend line. But if it rejects, if this rejects, then it's going to work its way back down to these supports down here. This is our new support. This will be tested. I'm not sure if it's going to do it tomorrow or Tuesday, but if the market does work its way down, this support needs to be tested. This is your resistance to watch tomorrow for Apple, 166. Let's go to Amazon. Okay, so here Amazon, if you guys can see, we broke this resistance, right? The reason why we got this quick reaction was because we broke out, we came back, tested, we held, and then buyers came in. Maybe here could have been possibly a short, a bear trap, caught people on the short side. We got back above it, and then it runs. So people, oh, earnings, on earnings. This is a bear trap on earnings, and then it runs up. So on this run up, if you see this straight line and this flag, remember this flag? Well, here on this flag, notice how it held this support. So that means that on the way down, buyers were just buying right here. This support is pretty strong. That's 133, 135. That's a strong support. So if Amazon pulls back, you know that this right here can be a possible target on the way down. And then this is where you want to see if it's going to continue to hold. In case it doesn't, let's say that price can no longer hold above this support and it breaks down, then your next support is going to be 126, 123. That's your next big support. But let's say it does hold, right? Let's say it comes down and this is where it holds. This is where it's going to bounce. It's going to work its way back into this resistance. So let's say that in the pre-market it doesn't, it works its way up. Instead of gapping to the downside, we gap to the upside in the pre-market. Buyers start coming in. Well, buyers need to clear 143 and 145 to see 150. Okay, so if buyers come in the pre-market, they have to defend the 140, break 143 resistance to be able to see 145, 150, which would also be here, working here along the channel, like it has here, just working along the channel, working its way up to 150 if we are able to clear these resistance right here. As for Amazon, so your key support is 139. It holds 139, 140. We know you can work your way up, but if cannot hold it and it breaks down, then this is your support below 135, 126. That's for Amazon. Let's go to Tesla. Now here in Tesla, notice how here Tesla, we had this resistance. We were able to break, came back. We held the breakout. Buyers came in, took it to this resistance from the past, and then notice the rejection. There's sellers waiting here. See how here as Tesla started to fall? Well, then that means that here there was sellers. There is sellers. So what happens as price gets into this zone right here, the sellers come in and start to sell, like this reaction you guys see here. Okay? This is the reaction you get when buyers run into a sell zone. And this was a sell zone. As we run into here, sellers come in and bring price back down. So you guys can see here how we got our lows connected. Let me zoom in. Tomorrow, if Tesla cannot clear 867, if it cannot clear 867, it can see 830, 829, possibly even 816, which is this support that we broke here. We broke, and now it may be coming down to back test as support. So this is your next level to watch tomorrow if Tesla cannot clear 867. In case that it does, let's say buyers step in and we are able to clear 867. Well, now you need to clear this yellow trend line. You're able to clear this red one, but now you need to clear this yellow line. And if you clear this one, which is somewhere around 877, 880, then you can work your way up to 910 again and test as resistance. Notice how here we broke down. If this were to hold, if buyers were to step in and bring this up, this is your resistance to watch because it can reject. Okay? Again, your key level, 867. Below 867, you can target 816, 830. Above 871, you can target 910. So just wait to see where it's going to hold. Your key level, 867, we break or hold. That's for Tesla. Let's look at the VIX. Now, the VIX is in this channel. We're in this channel. Notice that here we're holding support. Now we're below it. So now this just became resistance. We were never able to clear. We fell below, made this previous support our new resistance. Now we have our new support, and so on. So here we are. Here we are. We kind of have a fallen wedge. Okay, we kind of have here a fallen wedge. Now, if this fallen wedge was to clear, or I mean, was to play out, then the VIX should start working its way up. The VIX should hold 21, work its way up, clear 2182, and then break above these candles, which is 22.5, and target 23, and possibly this white line, this white trend line. Now, if that happens, if the VIX were to move up, then that means that we can expect the SPY and QQQ to drop. Okay, so if you want to confirm the drop on the market, watch the VIX. The VIX is going to let you know if the market is going to go up or the market is going to go down by doing the opposite of what the market in the overall is doing. So tomorrow is Monday. Let's have our levels ready. Have a plan. If you don't have a plan, if you don't have an entry point, if you don't have an exit point, if you do not have a stop loss, then you should not be taking a trade. Because if you don't have a guide, once you're in there, your emotions will take over and you will not be able to make a clear decision. So before you enter a trade, make sure you have a plan. Have it all planned out. That way, the moment you start getting emotional, go back to the plan. What does the plan say? And stick to it. All right, guys, good luck, and let's see what the market does tomorrow.